expecting an all-out offensive display. Miss with that jab. Good jab to the body. Fundamentals always help. Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting on the wrong side of a beating, this can be hellfire on you.
There's the jab, but does not score. Nice counter shot. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them. Did you see that? Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? And it appears they weathered the storm. I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. He threw a punch and just got countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with that jab. Punch, counter punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. There's the bell for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
The flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. That left hook missed. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. It's obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
Sometimes I've been in with fighters that don't know what to do, don't have to break it down. Then you get a little dirty.
Pretty close fight here in this range.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than others.
Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? And he scores with the counter. Can't land the jab there. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
There's a lot of weight there to give away, and if you're giving away that weight, you've got to use it to the maximum because you've got to be smart. Every shot hurts. It's not about skill, it's more about power.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the... There's the bell for round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Unlucky to miss with that jab. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. These two were made for each other. You'd like to see more jabs. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Holding nothing back here in the round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
The straight right just misses. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Oh, that punch. It's all offense all the time. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Looking to land the hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. The game plan does not... And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What are they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He threw a punch and just got countered. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
careful. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. Well, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
To make or break a fighter.
It's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident. Or you can go back out there.
Great work. I love that. Jab slick.
Your jab, and then start gathering your pace and get your momentum back and win the
Time sets him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely...
You've done all that work in camp. You got to get out there and switch on. Get your boxing back together. You're switching off, and you're starting to make mistakes.
There's the bell for round 6. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punch. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Incredible work rate. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A lot of effort being exerted here. And he scores with the counter. So much for Buck. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Jab misses. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Fury in that last round.
What do you do?
The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for a...
That was a terrible round.
And there's the bell for round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
So close for that uppercut. That uppercut just missed. do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
They're both trying for a knockout. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. That jab misses. Couldn't land that jab. Another scoring shot there. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas.
Round 8, and we're off again. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Beautiful counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Quick punch scores. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. The jab slightly off target. How about that time counter shot? You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Counter shot lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This is a high-octane battle. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. His stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Come on, you let him back into the fight.
And here comes the 10th round. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Both men step back for just a moment. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Can't find a home for that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Big shot, and down goes Ali. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You continue.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
How about that time counter shot? Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
You're right, Todd. What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what?